Welcome to the Never Yield podcast. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, and it's Masters Week, a tradition unlike any other. One of mine and Andrew's favorite weeks of the year. We have a new national champion on the college basketball season has come to an end. We have our first Razorback transferring out. And so we got a lot of news to cover, and we will do it all on today's pod. Andrew, how was your Easter weekend, my man?
It's good. I got my green thumb out. I was getting prepped for Masters Week. I always get in the mood to get some plants out there. So I planted I planted 5 azalea planters, and then got some hanging begonia on the front porch. So
Oh, baby.
got out there before the rain and mowed the yard, planted some plants, did that, then traveled around, did some Easter dinners, and went to church Sunday morning, and so it's good. It's
I guess
great.
if you can't be walking the grounds at Augusta National, you might as well
make it
your
feel.
house.
If you can't get to Augusta, bring Augusta to you. That's
Yeah.
my motto.
Yeah.
So we talked about last time. It's tradition like any other to get rejected from going to the Masters every year. So
I mean, I guess I was kind of late getting on the Masters lottery train. I've probably only done it like the last 7 or 8 years. I don't know
I've
how
only
long
been
you've been
probably the
doing
last 5. So yeah.
it. Okay. So we're a solid like over 13 probably. Like
Yeah.
It's got to turn eventually. I mean, it's got to flip in our favor.
You hear stories of people first year somehow
I know.
hitting it. But one year, I think I may have already mentioned on the pod, but next year, you and I both will be 40. And I told Brooke that's all I want to do for my 40th birthday is the April after. So I turn 40 in August of next year. So I want to go to the Masters in April of 28 is when I want to go, only because I'll still be I won't be 40 yet, obviously next Masters. So I want to go after I turn 40, but then the PGA is in Frisco, Texas next year.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So I want to.
I'm there.
Yeah, I'm going to go to that for sure because I have family in Frisco. So, but you've stayed.
I've stayed there. Yeah.
We went to the very first Southwest Classic. Stayed with my aunt in Frisco. Yeah. So yeah, we'll hit her up again. We'll go stay again in Frisco for the PGA. But anyway, yeah, I told her like 5 years ago. I was like, I'm giving you a 5-year head start that I want to go to the Masters for my 40th birthday. And she's done nothing to get it. So she's going to have to do all the legwork in a year. But she has I've given her some resources to try to help get me there. But anyway.
Yeah. So you plan on being there regardless is what you're saying. Lottery winner or not.
Yeah, I mean, if I have to go old school, go outside the gates, hold some fingers up,
That's right.
I'll do it.
You gotta do
but I'm gonna be in Augusta. Whether I'm at the Masters or not is one thing. I'm gonna go. I may be at Hooters with JD.
With John, with JD. That's right.
With JD, just throwing back some wings and watching on TV. But hey,
yeah,
we'll figure it out.
We will. Yeah, we'll give our picks for the Masters here towards the end of the show, and we'll go over Rory's Champions Dinner. I don't know if you've seen that menu yet, but we'll go over that and play the game if we had to create a champions menu, what that would look like. So
okay, all right. I'll start working on my menu right now.
Right. But first we'll start with the Final Four. So we're filming this on Sunday night. I'm gonna be out of town on Monday. So Final Four, UConn beats Illinois 71-62. It really wasn't that good of a game, honestly. I know Illinois cut it to 4 a couple times, but UConn really just went rail to rail. And Dan Hurley playing in his 3rd national title game in 4 years. I saw a stat that he's like 11-0 in games Sweet 16 and beyond. Like if he makes the Sweet 16, he's undefeated. And so pretty impressive stuff.
It's gonna have a tall order though.
Boy, yeah, if he can keep it going, Good for him.
Yeah.
And then Michigan dominates Arizona in the most just shocking surprise. I mean, I think everybody was just shocked by that result,
From
but,
the tip,
from
like,
the
it was
tip.
I mean, 2
And it's
minutes in.
one of those things that, like, everything Michigan threw up was going in,
Mhm.
and everything Arizona threw up, even open, was not going in.
Right.
I still think if Michigan and Arizona played 10 times, it may be 5-5,
Yeah.
6-4 at worst in either
Yeah.
order.
Yeah.
Like, but that one night, that's what I used to always tell my guys. Like when we played the number one team in the state, like there for a while, Elkins was number one or
Mhm.
top two or three at least for. So actually, you came to one of my games at West Fork when
Yeah.
Elkins was number two in
Yeah.
the state, I think. And
Yeah.
I said, guys, I said you don't have to be better than Elkins, but for 32 minutes. I'm
Mhm.
not asking you to be the better team out of 30 games, but for one night, for 32 minutes, all you have to do is out execute them, play harder than them, get some shots to fall. And for 32 minutes, we got to be the best team. And
Mhm.
like that's what that game was. Like Michigan just for that 40-minute span, could beat some NBA teams. I mean, they looked unbelievable,
Mhm.
especially with the Axel going out in the first half. And then they just kept on churning. So the national championship game is set. Like I said, unfortunately, when this pod releases, we'll have a national champion winner. So we're not going to sit here and break down the game a ton because by the time all y'all listen to this, the game will be over. But
Mhm.
quick prediction: Michigan, UConn. Michigan's a 7-point favorite.
They're getting 7? Oh,
Yeah,
god. I mean, I've got I'm picking again, I'm picking Michigan, uh, but
to cover the 7.
UConn will probably win because I don't want them to.
Yeah.
I'll say man, they look so good. Um, I'll say UConn covers the 7. I'll say it's a
Okay.
4-point game.
Close game. Is it one of those things you're like on? It's like on baseball doubleheaders. If the first game somebody wins like 18-1,
Mhm.
and then they have to turn around and play again, that team loses every time.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's like
It happened
clockwork.
to happened to Arkansas in the what was it, regionals a few years ago or super regionals. We won like
Mhm.
23-1 and then lost the next 2.
Yeah, it was to NC State. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, I mean it's like clockwork. So it could easily be that with this Michigan UConn thing, and
Yeah.
I mean, so who knows? But yeah, I think Michigan's obviously the better team, and I think UConn will have to play really well, but they do have Dan Hurley. So,
Yeah,
but
so
anyways, yeah. So, like I said, we're not going to harp on that since when this pod releases, that game will already be played. Um, Interesting news out of the coaching world. Tommy Lloyd agrees to a contract extension with Arizona. He got pretty deep conversation. He admitted that like him and North Carolina were in conversations. But ended up signing an extension with Arizona. So I think that was UNC's number one target. Um, Dusty May is pretty much he's saying all the right things, I guess, but it sounds to me like he's not interested in North Carolina, so he may stay at
Mhm.
Michigan.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. It's kind of one of those things where I think they struck out with Todd Golden. I think they struck out. Nate Oates got an extension with Alabama today. Made him like a top 4 or 5 highest paid coach in the country. So they've North Carolina's reached out to all these guys, and it's just a different era, man. Where like people don't, it's Kentucky having to go get Mark Pope because Dan Hurley said no, because Scott Drew at Baylor said no. Like, I mean, with NIL, I mean, you can win anywhere now. You
Mhm.
don't have to be one of the blue buds, but
Yeah.
the word now is Billy Donovan. That's what I keep hearing from North Carolina is Billy Donovan. Um, I don't know. I just feel like it was kind of like with Petrino. I mean, Billy Donovan's obviously coached in an NBA. Petrino didn't, but these coaches, man, they have a finite amount of years where they're at the top of their game,
Mhm.
and I feel like Billy's just, I don't know. I feel like he may be past his prime. I don't know if he's got it. I mean, he's never really got the Bulls anywhere. I mean, correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong,
Yeah,
but
I feel like I don't know, I feel like the NBA, and I do not claim to be a current era NBA expert by any stretch, because I've been very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Critical of the NBA.
anti-NBA. Yeah.
Yeah, for a little bit now, but Darius Acuff's gonna be my ticket back in.
All right.
But, yeah, I don't know, I just feel like you don't have near as much control over your program, in the NBA like you do in college. So, but I mean, to your point, he could have been out of college too long now to I mean, the whole landscape of college basketball has changed since he's been there. So, I mean, it is closer to a pro model now. So there's that part. But I would honestly love to see him at North Carolina. I think I've always been a big Billy Donovan fan,
Yeah, me too.
even when he was at Florida. And so I think college basketball is better with Billy Donovan in it. So I would love to see it happen. But then who knows how well he would do if it happened. But I think I would like to see it. If you don't get him, you know, Jerry Stackhouse is available, I think. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
Well,
there
I'm with you. I like Billy. I think he's a good guy. I think he does it the right way. I think he stands for the right things. I just don't think if North Carolina hired Billy Donovan, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, that's dangerous. That's
right,
scary."
yeah, yeah,
And for me, as someone who's a Razorback fan with John Calipari, like I don't want another good program to have a stud like a stud.
yeah,
So now Billy could do great there. I'm not saying he couldn't, but it wouldn't. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's awesome, good for them. They're about to run wild.
mhm,
But that's just my thoughts on it. I've heard Mark Byington at Vandy is on their list now. Um, which I mean, he's done a good job at Vandy.
yeah,
There's no denying that. And so, and then I heard, there was one more name that was some young guy. He's been somewhere 3 or 4 years. I'm
mhm.
drawing a blank. But anyway, so yeah, so Carolina still doesn't have their guy. That's the moral of the story. So we will see what they can do. Um,
It is a little crazy though, just to think of where the landscape of college basketball now, where North Carolina can't like go get their guy. Like 20 years ago, I mean,
oh, they would just pick whoever they wanted.
yeah,
Yeah.
anybody would have gone. So,
And that's kind of like I said, it was that way with Kentucky. Um,
you know
they
who,
they they had to go 4 or 5, 6 deep,
yeah,
to get
yeah.
to Pope. So
Who would really be kicking themselves at the current moment that would have taken the North Carolina job if he was still in as good a standing as when he left his previous job?
Eric Musselman,
Yep,
I think he would have been a hot name. I really do.
that would have been yeah, and somebody who would have gone there and probably done pretty well. But it's just been that was just a weird move in the global looking at it from a global point. I mean, obviously he was a Carolina guy or California guy and was looking to get back there at some point, but yeah, I just in the in the immediate 2 years has not worked
No,
out
no,
uh,
no.
at all.
I 100% think if he would have stayed at Arkansas, they had that one bad years last year, but if he would have
Mhm.
bounced back, and I think he would have been a prime candidate for that job. But
Mhm. Well,
who am I
especially
to
now that it's fallen a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Who am I to say? The other one I saw was Ben McCollum at Iowa, which, he
it
did really
doesn't
good
feel like a fit.
he did really good at Drake, but that's kind of buying the Stan Heath model. Like 1 year they made the Elite Eight.
Mhm.
I mean, you just want to see it a little bit more.
Right. And it
Um,
just I mean, to the on, like, the eye test, just, like, I don't know, it just doesn't look like
yeah,
a
it doesn't
fit.
fit. It doesn't fit.
Uh, he's a I don't know, just he just feels like a Midwest kinda guy, like,
Yeah, that's
Iowa.
where he's been. That's where he's
Yeah.
been is the
It
Midwest.
just feels
So
like that's I don't know.
yeah.
It's like trying to put a puzzle, like force a puzzle piece in that doesn't fit. Kind of like uh what's his name at Alabama football.
Oh yeah.
It just
Like,
doesn't feel like it fits for
yeah.
some reason.
We talked
So
about that all football season. That I mean, what they went to the playoff, and it's still just
yeah,
it doesn't feel right.
right.
But yeah,
But you never want to be the
um,
guy that follows the guy. So
that is correct. Hubert Davis is not Nick Saban. So,
correct.
um,
Or Roy
real,
Williams.
real quick before we get to Karter Knox, Cal has been making the rounds on all
Yes,
the
he has.
national TV circuits. That's just one perk of like, dude, you just have so many eyeballs on you. Like
Yes,
he made an appearance on Barstool, which
I
he
saw that.
is so anti Barstool.
Yeah, I
Like
saw that.
they've been trying to get him on all the Barstool shows forever, and he just
Hmm.
won't do it. And somehow they lured him on to their Final Four show in live in Indy, and it was entertaining. I don't know if you got to watch it, but it
I
was.
haven't watched it yet, but I
Oh,
plan
dude,
to.
it's gold. It's gold because they were being their normal Barstool selves.
Hmm.
You know, they were cussing. They had him cussing like
Yeah,
like he got into like the banner with them and kind of
yeah,
let the guard down a little bit
yeah.
and and it was really funny because I don't know if you know Rico Bosco, but he's a college basketball guy for Bars. Well, he is a personality that claims to be the college basketball expert, but he's got a temper and he's a soundbite waiting to happen.
Hmm.
And anyways, they were reading like his worst tweets of Cal because he's been a Cal basher forever, and they were reading his worst tweets live right to his face, and it was so funny. So yeah,
yeah,
you need to go watch it. It was
I'll go
like
back and watch
it
it.
was like 10 minutes. But
Okay.
yeah, he was on First Take and he was on what's the one with Greeny in the mornings,
Yeah,
whatever
get up.
before Get Up, and then he did college basketball game day with Jay Billis and Reese
Yeah,
Davis and the whole
I
crew.
watched that one. I
That
watched.
one was a little bit him and Jay Billis
Yeah,
kind of tugged back and forth a little bit,
yeah.
and I don't know. I love Jay Billis as a announcer, a color guy on the court,
Hmm.
but some of his tweets over the years have kind of got on my nerves. And then some of the stuff he was saying up there, like, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think of that? If you watch that, what do you think of that interchange? Just like him and
Yeah,
Cal kind of,
I feel like yeah, I feel like Jay Billis tries to be too
he's trying to
much of
pick a fight. Like,
yeah, well, and I just feel like overall he tries to be too much of a voice for college basketball, and I was like, I don't really know if
he's
you're
the
that
guy.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so, um, yeah, I was much more interested, to hear what Seth,
Uh-huh.
was
Seth
saying
Greenberg. Yeah.
than Jay Billis. So,
Well, it's
anyway,
like when Cal called them kids. He's like, they're still kids. And Bills is like, no, they're not kids. Dude, if you have a teen at the end of your
yeah,
age, you are a kid.
yeah.
I don't care how much money you're making. You're
Oh,
still a
dude,
kid.
yeah, yeah, dude, if you'd have given me $1 million at 19, that would it would not have gone well.
No, no,
I'd have been an
because
idiot.
you're a kid. You're not
Exactly,
mature
yeah.
enough to handle that.
Yeah,
And so
so
yeah, I thought Billis was way off base on that. And then like when they started talking about it, like Cal said, it's still amateur sports, and
mhm,
Bill's like, no, it had been amateur sports for 40 years. Blah 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 blah. He started talking about TV deals and all that. If you walked in a locker room 20 years ago, it was not much more than a high school locker room. The
mhm,
gear was not much better than high school gear. Like they had meal plans. They were eating in the cafeteria just like every other kid.
mhm,
Like I'm not saying there wasn't some money under the table and all that, but they lived a college life. Like
yeah,
nowadays, they got the Jones Center where they're eating 5-star chef meals every meal and
mhm,
like they got it made now. But
yeah,
15, 20 years ago, I worked now at the Sun Belt level. I worked at the Sun Belt level for 3 years.
yeah,
Those dudes are going and eating in the cafeteria every day. It's still Division One basketball. Like those
mhm,
dudes are kids
yeah,
and they are amateurs. They were not getting paid that I know of. It's a different game. I don't care what Billis says. Like, well, 40 years ago when they did the TV rights deal, it wasn't amateur. Dude, that didn't even make sense. That's not even what we're talking about.
Mhm.
And I'll give Cal credit. Like, he didn't get into the bait. Like, he would say his point, and Billis would say his, and Cal would just kind of be like, yeah, whatever. Like, he
Mhm.
didn't try to go back and forth a ton. But
Yeah.
yeah, that whole deal was just kind of odd to me.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It felt, yeah, it kind of felt like Calipari was a guest on that show, and it kind of felt like Billis wasn't treating him like a guest on the
uh,
show. It's kind of like he was like a not like he wasn't a current head coach that was, just like an analyst on the show or something like that.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
was
yeah.
how it felt the way he was talking to him. But
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it was kind of lowballing for Billis, but couple notes. Cal did say that he pretty much came out and said straight up, if Malik and Billy are not first rounders, he thinks he'll come back to Arkansas. I
okay,
mean, that was on. I don't remember which show that was on, um, but one of the shows that's what he said, and
okay,
so I don't see Billy being a first rounder. I
no,
just don't.
no,
Um, Leak, he's just so fringe. Like I don't know.
hmm
I don't know. I'll be very curious to see. I don't know, but that
you're
was
right.
that was that was comforting to know that Cal said that. Like, hey, at
Yeah,
least if these guys' grades aren't coming back really high, he thinks he'll come back.
okay. I actually looked at a couple mock drafts today, and just because I was curious as to where a lot of some different people had them, and so it was Sports Illustrated, I think CBS or somebody, but it had 4 Razorbacks being drafted, but only a Cuff in the first.
Yeah,
So the second round they had Malik, Billy, and then Brazil going like Mr. Irrelevant, the very last pick of the draft. So obviously Brazil can't. I mean, he's just got to
yeah,
take whatever he can get. He didn't have any other options, but yeah, I think it had Malik pretty early. I think within the first 5 picks of the second round. Billy was like right in the middle, and then Brazil was the very last pick. But yeah, I think at those positions, Malik and Billy would have an opportunity to improve from that spot. Not that they couldn't improve through workouts and the combine and all that stuff, but yeah, I mean, for Malik to get into the first round, you're drafting him based on potential and not
mhm.
like a current
Yeah, he's
like
a couple years away.
yeah, like you're not drafting him in the first round to come start at the 2 spot on your NBA roster just yet.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I mean that would be encouraging if they could if even if you get one of them back, but both of them would get me really excited for next year, especially if we can pair it with with a good front court. So
Well, and there was some guys saying that some rumors going around that Billy's going to transfer to Memphis, and go play for the train wreck that is Penny Hardaway in Memphis basketball because that's where he's from or whatever. But
yeah,
like he went to high school up somewhere northeast. He was from like New Jersey or New York or something. He didn't even go to high school in Memphis. But I mean, dude, he ain't leaving Arkansas to go to Memphis. Cal ain't letting that happen.
yeah,
Um, but I think Karter leaving, which we'll transition into, I think that's a pretty clear indicator that Billy, we don't know. But I think Karter leaving is an indicator that Billy is staying
hmm
because that's Carter's biggest
right,
dude for minutes. Like, that's his competitor for minutes. And the way that
yeah,
Billy came along when Carter got hurt, especially, I mean, you can't play Carter over Billy next year. And
mm-mm.
so, but Carter Knox transferring. Thoughts? I'll let you go first. We kind
Yeah,
of knew that if there was one, we thought it would be Carter probably.
hmm
That shooting guard, small forward position is just so crowded. with the
Mhm.
recruits we have coming in and Billy and DJ.
Yeah.
But yeah, thoughts on Karter hitting the portal?
Yeah, we touched on it a little bit last pod, before we knew, and yeah, we like you said, we said if we had to pick one out of, you know, the guys that could transfer, that Karter would be the easiest to say goodbye to. Not that you want to see him somewhere else, but just yeah, talked about it being a crowded room and just with the way that Billy transcended this year, you you know, if I had to pick between those two guys, I'd much rather see Billy back than Karter. Unfortunately, I mean, I wish him the best. I hope he does really well
Yeah, it's
somewhere
no bad
outside of
blood.
the SEC.
Yeah,
But
because
uh,
he could go somewhere and be a dude. Like
oh,
Carter's going
for
to go be
sure,
an immediate impact player somewhere.
for sure, yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but here's the deal with Karter. It's like we said that whole position grouping is just so loaded. There's not enough minutes to go around. There's not enough balls to be shot
Hmm.
within that position group. I think Karter saw that, but that I don't know what Karter was making. I know it was 1,000,000 or more because I think all those dudes were making at least 1,000,000, every one of them. And you have to put into effect like Karter leaves, that clears up $1,000,000+ to go spend on a big
Hmm.
or to up Malik Thomas's bag.
Hmm.
Because here's the deal: Malik ain't gonna play here for the same price that he played here this year. Like
Sure.
his value has increased, so you're gonna have
Hmm.
to bump his NIL up, and that's all of them. Billy's too. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know what Billy was making, but Lord, you're gonna have to really bump up what Billy's getting paid.
Hmm.
Um, so you freed up some cash there in a position that was already really crowded to go spend elsewhere. Um, who knows what Acuff was making? But I can tell you right now, Jordan Smith Jr. costs more than what Acuff costs out of high school. I mean, he was McDonald's MVP, like
Hmm.
for his team, number 2 overall player. Um, and Acuff was really good, but he was like the 10th player in his class. Like this was the
Hmm.
number 2 overall player. So
Hmm.
you had to pay up for Jordan Smith, and even guys like DJ. Like, how do you approach a DJ? Because you can't just be like he's one that I don't think you can give more money than you gave him this year because
Right.
he didn't
Hmm.
produce more than he did the year before. So
Right.
does DJ come back for the same bag? I don't think you can take any away. If you call him in, be
Right.
like, "Hey, we're gonna pay you 200,000 less," that ain't gonna fly. But
Yeah.
does that piss DJ off? Where he can go be a starting point guard at a bunch of other Power 4 schools.
Yeah.
If he's not getting his pay increased. So, but yeah, that just frees up some money, to go, whether it's get Santos Surreal or Budinga from Kansas or whoever. Like, I don't know though. I've been reading some stuff about those transfer guys that I don't know. Cal better play the game. He always
Hmm.
says that I ain't negotiating. I ain't getting in bidding wars. Hey, yeah, you do. You have to. You tell me you didn't
Yeah.
get in a bidding war for Jordan Smith Jr. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, but he better play the game because the stuff I'm reading is, Somto, his starting number is 3 million. Budinez is 5 million. Like, 5 million is a lot. I don't know. I don't know
It's
if anybody will pay him that.
yeah.
But you
That's
gotta you gotta figure it out. You
hmm
just gotta. I mean, I don't know what else to say.
yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, Karter getting out. I hate it because he's going to he'll be an all conference player somewhere. I think. I don't care where he goes. I think he
Hmm.
could be a top, not first team, but maybe. But like, I think he'll be a 12, 14 point game guy. Like, yes, boy, I hope it ain't the SEC. If he goes and plays for Will Wade, because I could see it right now. Will Wade's already blowing him up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't. I can't. I can't see him in purple. That'll drive me nuts
Oh
if we see
yeah,
that ugly as
it would just be
purple.
disgusting.
Yeah, it'd be so bad.
Don't let me see him in purple or burnt orange.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, I hope he goes a
Or
Big 12 or
back in Kentucky, like don't.
mm,
Yeah, those three. Stay away from those three.
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Go to Kansas. Go be good at Kansas.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So anyways, yeah, that's the latest news. Cardinals the only one to enter. The portal hadn't even opened yet. It opens this week, so it'll still be a little bit till we start hearing anything about guys coming back. Um, we never got anything from Malik Ewan, have we? He posted announcement incoming or
Right.
something on
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we ever got anything.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
I did see no, he ain't posted nothing. I did see Malik Thomas posted a picture of him and Billy high-fiving each other on Instagram. It's
Okay.
like, I don't know what that means. Maybe
Okay.
nothing,
All right.
but who knows?
Yeah.
Um, so I think that about wraps it up for the basketball side of things. We'll stay up to date on the transfer portal stuff. If we get a big portal hit, we'll probably go live real quick, just like we did for football a couple times, and obviously for after the NCAA tournament selection show. So if it's a big hit, we'll go live. Baseball Hogs lose 2 out of 3 at Auburn. The Hogs was ranked 17. Auburn was ranked 8 or no 20, 22 and 23 or something. I don't remember. They were ranked real close to each other, but um, I don't. I feel terrible.
Yeah.
It's just uncompetitive too.
Yeah.
I know we won game 2, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be a spark.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come out Saturday and just look uninterested in playing
Mm-hmm.
baseball. Um, I I won't be surprised if they switch the pitching staff around, move Gackle out of open the game 1 guy, maybe move Hunter Dietz to game 1, and I don't know. I mean, Dave said it after the last game. He said, "We got to change something because if we don't, our season will be ending very early."
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. You got anything on the Diamond
Yeah.
Hogs?
It's just yeah. It's just a little sad. I don't know. It's and like I said, I mean, you can't super knock them just because I mean we're a great program, and if this is the year that you didn't hit, then it's a year that you didn't hit. Um, with the current landscape of transfers and NIL and stuff, um, you know, but if you're gonna turn it on and make a run, it's time to turn it on and make a run now. So, um, but I just don't know that it's gonna happen. I hope it does. Um, but we are not showing signs of turning it around just yet.
Not even a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Ryder Helfrich's about all we got going for it.
Yes, Ryder's been great, dude.
Yeah.
And Karter Rutenbar, true freshman, he's batting like 380. He's been batting leadoff. Like,
Yeah.
there's a couple pieces there that are exciting and doing what they're supposed to do, but
Mm-hmm.
dude, this team does not hit with runners in scoring position.
Oh
I mean, it's
goodness, yeah.
just pathetic.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how you even fix that, but it is pathetic.
Mm-hmm.
And right now they're not pitching at all either. I mean, they're not pitching nothing. So I don't know. They got a lot of questions to get fixed, and I'm not saying they can't. They very well could. So
Yeah.
all right. Masters predictions. Sunday at Augusta. Jim Nance. Hello, friends.
Yes.
Um,
Real quick before we get into, I did want to shout out Maria Jose Marine for winning the Razorback women's golfer who won the Augusta National Women's Amateur. So it's a big deal. They've only been doing this tournament for the last, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years, something like that. I mean, it's a big deal to win this. So there's no women's major at Augusta. This is the only time women get to play it. So in a tournament format. So big deal. And just seeing her the last couple years at the Blessings tournament. I mean, she's a Houston Nut term. She's special now. I think she will have a great LPGA career. So I would try to get out and see her this year at the LPGA and Rogers, and I don't know if she's going to be there at the Blessings one more year or if she's done after this. I don't know, but she's really good. So I would try to get out and see her when you can and root her on, keep up with her if you're a
Yeah,
golf fan.
we've had
So
some dang good women golfers come through. I know
yes,
that.
absolutely.
They've done a good job. So I always have a handful of Masters bets, but
Hmm.
I don't have any yet. I'll wait probably till Tuesday. I read a few guys, I watch a few YouTube videos on kind of who I want to bet. I did place 2 bets, and I'll just pull them up. But I placed them like at Christmas, because I just knew that the numbers were only gonna get not as good. I
Hmm.
got DeChambeau to win it. Bryson's been close
Hmm.
several years. I got
He was in
Bryson
the
at
final pairing last year.
I got Bryson at plus 1,600. His current number right now is plus 1,200. So it's a good thing I bet that. When did I bet that? January 14th. So I got DeChambeau at plus 16, and I got Bobby McIntyre at plus 5,000, and he is currently at plus 3,300. So pretty good value on him. It's only 2 bets I've played so far. I don't like Bobby Mack just because he's European, but I don't know. I think he's gonna be pretty good. I don't know when he's gonna pop, but he's gonna pop here in the next year or 2. And I just wanted
Was
to
that the
make
guy
sure.
that was in contention this weekend at the Texas?
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I don't like him.
yeah. I don't either.
But
Um,
I mean, not
he's
I don't
lefty,
not that I don't
lefty,
not that I don't.
lefty, European. Nothing good about him, but
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
he's really good. I think he's gonna win several majors in his career.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I
Good.
just
It's
jumped on
not
it
that I don't
early.
like his game. I just don't like him in the
Yeah.
vein that I don't like Matt Fitzpatrick.
Here's what
Uh,
I'll say about trying to pick Masters winners. This is one tournament that it's rare that a not big name wins.
hmm.
It's rare.
Yeah,
Um, just going through the
and
last
it's super disappointing when it is a not big name.
right, yeah. Just going through the last several. Rory, obviously last year, got the career Grand Slam. Scotty Scheffler, John Rahm, Scotty Scheffler, Hideki, Dustin Johnson, Tiger Woods, Patrick Reed, Sergio Garcia. So you see kind of like where I'm going. Like
Hmm.
it's rare that you have a guy who's not top 30 in the world, win this thing.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously we'll drop a pod on Friday, but we'll film it on probably Thursday night, so we'll only have the first round to talk about. But just talk about the Masters in general before you make a winner. Like why? It's probably the exact same answer for me as it is for you, but I would call myself a more than casual golf watcher fan.
Hmm.
But I'm not like a diehard. Like I didn't sit around and watch the Texas Valero Open every day this weekend. But I kept up with it.
Hmm.
But I mean, all 4 majors, obviously, like the players, the waste management,
Hmm.
like I watch
Yeah,
all those pretty much religiously. But what makes the Masters so special to golf fans like us?
yeah. It's and I don't know if you can exactly put like just one finger on it, but it's the just the most beautifully kept piece of property maybe on the
I
planet,
in the
and
world,
I mean to where it's immaculate, and
every
but then
blade.
it's also yeah, it's also just the production value, it's the sounds, it's the tradition of it, like, it's the the fans are called patrons, that keep the snacks at, like, old school prices, and,
No cell
um,
phones.
like, no cell phones, so you're there for the experience, you know, it's just I don't know, it's golf's holy ground, it's, just the greatest to like you said, like, the greatest to ever do it are the winners of this tournament year in and year out, and, there's very few people qualify for it, so, like, 2 of my favorites, I hate to say, didn't even qualify to be there, been a huge Ricky Fowler guy since basically his rookie year, uh, I like Tony Finau a lot. Both those guys not
Finau
qualified.
didn't qualify?
No, he
Oh
had to.
my,
He blew it,
Tony.
and he blew it today at the. So I did watch 2 of the 4 days of the Texas Open, and Tony had a great. Ricky didn't even make. Ricky had to win the Texas Open to qualify. Finau just basically didn't have to blow it, and he blew it today. And he was at
Wow.
like 10 under at one point, and I think finished at 4 under. And anyway, had a bad front nine today, but
Mhm.
anyway, so it's I hate to not see those like the Masters is better with those two got definitely Ricky in it just because he was really good friends with Arnold Palmer and has respect for like the old heads and has played very well in every time that he's been there. But anyway, no, it's just I don't know, it's the tradition, it's it's Jim Nance, it's, just everything about it. It's the honor, the tradition, the landscape. It's I don't know. You can't put just one thing on it. But it's the green jacket. It's yeah, just going into Butler Cabin for the ceremony. They do they give an award to the low amateur.
Mhm.
Just I don't know everything about it. It's that it's right around Easter. Right at the kickoff of spring, so it's the first major. I can't say enough good things about it. It's basically what I'm nerding out.
Yeah, I
But
love it.
like I said, I went and planted azaleas this week,
Yeah.
just to get in the spirit. So I'll be on my back patio, with my potted azaleas around and just snacking on pimento cheese sandwiches and
Mhm.
and watching the Masters, Thursday and Friday. I got a major hot seat, that I don't know if I've already said, but, I've said before that my daughter is on a traveling cheer team. She has a, uh, she has a cheer competition on Masters Sunday in Tulsa, and
I
I'm
think
hav
the is she got a bad cough coming up? I heard her kinda coughing in the
dude,
background.
yeah, I think she broke her ankle or something, but yeah, I'm having to make a choice, this week. I mean, I'm a good dad, I'm a good father, so I'll be there with my iPad watching the
Mm,
Masters at
mm.
the cheer competition, but
My son, he played we're in the travel baseball life right now,
mhm.
and I don't figure it was because the Masters is this weekend, but we don't have a tournament this weekend,
Oh,
which is
see?
shocking after because nobody plays on Easter weekend,
Right,
and so but everybody plays the weekend after Easter
mhm,
because you don't want to take 2 weekends off in a row.
yeah.
But bravo to Dustin Morton and the Arkansas Sliders for taking off the Masters weekend. Um, that's A1
See
coaching right there.
see, that's guys running the show and not whoever's running this cheer competition, and the thing is, none of the other competitions are even on Sunday, they're all on Saturday,
That is
but
crazy.
this one is the last one, it's on Masters Sunday. I was like, "We couldn't have pushed it one week out?"
That is
Um,
wild.
so anyway, I will be at a cheer competition in my azalea hoodie watching Masters on my iPad, except for the
Mhm.
3-minute performance of my daughter. But
Yeah. Well, like
anyway,
you said, I will be camped up with my feet propped up either in my recliner or on my back patio, depending on what the weather's looking like, and
Love to have you over Thursday. Come
not
come to the
not
back
moving.
patio. We'll,
Yeah,
uh, we'll watch it.
may have to do that. Um, but moving on to the greatness of the Masters and why it's great. I mean, like you said though, I think it starts with just like the visuals and the colors on the television.
Mhm.
Like, even if you don't like golf at all, and somebody turns on the Masters on a nice 4K HD 65-inch, everybody would be like, "Oh, that's really green." Or
Mhm.
like, I mean, and it's just, I mean, no other golf course even comes close
Yeah.
aesthetically,
Mhm.
and just knowing every hole because it's the only tournament that's at the same place every year.
Right,
So
yeah.
the only major, and
Right.
so just like knowing every hole like the back of my hand. Like if I went and played the Masters tomorrow, I know I wouldn't score great, but I know because I've watched so many, I know where you want to land the ball on
Right.
amen corner on 11.
Yeah.
And so it's just yeah, it's just watching the same hole, and the same hole gets the guys every year. Like
Mhm.
it's the same thing, and so I
Apparently
don't
number
know.
apparently number 12 is, like, haunted, like, by past former greats or something where the par 3,
It's crazy
the
because it's
short
only like 112 yards. You would think
right,
they
yeah.
would nail it every time.
Yeah, and, like, the number of guys that go into Rays Creek
Mhm.
uh, or that, miss it. It is a small green. It's a very small green, but,
Should still
anyway.
be an easy shot for those guys. I mean,
Right.
it's just
Yeah.
yeah, but it's a combination of the pressure and the small green and the yeah, it's there's no words. Or even on 16, we won't have Vern for the first year. Vern was the worst football play-by-play guy in the history of football. But he is
Well,
iconic on 16 at the Masters, like, and not
yeah,
hearing Vern is gonna just it's gonna be so sad.
yeah.
But yeah, just 16 green, just they're gonna have the pin on the left, back left, and everybody's gonna play it up
Mhm,
to the right. It's just gonna trickle down, and
mhm.
it's just yeah, it's just awesome. It's just
Yeah.
awesome.
I didn't
Um,
realize Vernon wasn't gonna be there. I like
yeah,
Vernon.
last year was Vern's last Masters. It's crazy.
I guess I do remember them saying that.
Yeah, they had a big send off
Yeah,
for him. It was
yeah.
it was something.
Uh, I actually I actually didn't hate Vernon in football. I loved his voice, and
No,
so,
his voice is
like
great. His voice
yeah.
is great. He just had no idea what he was saying.
We loved him for it.
um, yeah, that's right. Anyways, all right, let's make a couple picks for the Masters. Obviously, so I became a Bryson fan. I used to hate Bryson, but
Okay.
I don't know why. He started doing the YouTube thing, and he started really becoming kind of like one of us, and
Mhm.
opening up into his personal life, and he went to Live, and now he's left Live, and so or no, he's not
He
left
did?
Live yet. No, that's
Yeah,
Brooks. That was Brooks.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Bryson is like 1 year away from leaving Live. Like he's said it without saying it. Like this is his
Mhm,
last hoorah, and so um, but I also kind of like him because he's kind of the bad guy. Like he's not afraid to like not only in the Ryder Cup, but also in regular tournaments. Like he does stuff that gets on other people's nerves,
mhm,
and I'm kind of pulling for Bryson. That's the main reason I bet him back in January is because he's been close.
mhm,
And so he's just one of those guys that like he's so analytical and he does whatever the crap he does with his club. Some people call it cheating, but he's got all the funky shafts and the funky swing and the I don't know. I just think this may be Bryson's year. So I'm pulling for him with my pocketbook and with my heart. Um, Scotty's not been playing great. Scotty
alright,
has not been playing good.
yeah,
He would be the easy. He's still plus 500, which is it's not when you're trying to pick a winner of a field of like 100 whatever golfers. Plus 500 is not good odds. Like
mhm,
it should be plus 1,000 for the best
mhm,
golfer.
yeah,
But he's been the best in the world for a while, and He's plus 500. John Rahm's plus 950. Rory's plus 12. Bryson's plus 12. Ludwig's plus 15. Xander's 16. And anyways, I'm going to go with Bryson, but I'm going to say the old European that's always there that nobody ever gives a chance is going to be pushing again. Justin Rose is going to come out of nowhere, but Grandpa Rose himself, and it's just it's never fails. He's like top 5 in the Masters. It feels like it never fails,
Yeah.
and so I think Jay Rose will be up there, but I'm going with my official pick of Bryson. I need an American to win the Masters. So
Okay. I can get down with that. I've been a Bryson guy for a while, like in the Bryson Brooks rivalry that they
oh
had for a little
yeah.
bit. I was always team Bryson. I had a lot of buddies that were team Brooks, Brooks Koepka, but I just we were watching my wife doesn't watch a lot of golf with me, but she will watch the Masters. And then we sat down and she kind of got into Full Swing a little bit on Netflix, and she was like, "Who's this dude?" Talking about Brooks Koepka. She's like, "He's pretty big douche." I was like, a lot of people would probably agree with that.
oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, this is when he had his like hair bleached up here and then
Uh-huh.
like had it dark anyway. So, um, but yeah, so I've been a Bryson guy. I've got a Crushers hat. Um, so I do like Bryson a lot. Um, I liked him too, just 'cause I've always been a huge Ricky fan, and Bryson was kind of like the second Puma guy for a long time, and so yeah, I could get down with Bryson again. Yeah, like I said, he's been close a lot. I like him a lot. I like if I had to pick an American, that's who I'm gonna pick is Bryson. But I've got a little inkling about Tommy Fleetwood for
Ooh.
getting up there. He's another guy that's always in the
Dude,
up.
yeah. He's always up
Uh,
there. He killed us at the Ryder Cup. Oh my god, he was
yeah.
so
Oh my
good.
gosh. Yeah. And had never won on tour at all. Not only not a major, but not at all until he won the Tour Championship last year. And so that was his first win on the PGA. So anyway, I that's my sneaky little inkling is
Okay.
is Tommy Fleetwood to get over the cusp. He's all like, I mean, he's always in the one of the final hour pairings at the Masters. It feels like, and been so close a million times. So I'm gonna go Tommy Fleetwood to win this year, but obviously it's an American major. It's the major. I would love
Mhm.
for an American not named Patrick Reed to win it. But so I'll pull for Bryson.
You hate the Patriot Patrick Reed, huh? What a Ryder Cup legend. Team USA Ryder Cup legend.
Dear Lord, yeah,
We'll get into Patrick Reed another day.
yeah.
And let me clarify about Bryson. Like, I know I said he's been close. He was really bad in the Masters a lot. He was missing cuts. And the last 2 years, I think he's been close, but he's been close like in all the majors. Like he's been right
Mhm.
there, at the top. He's even which one he win, the Players or the US, I don't remember. But um, when I say he's been close, like he's just been the last couple years in the majors as a whole. He's been up there tight.
Mhm.
Um, if I don't have to go with Bryson, um, like I said, I got the bet on Bobby Mack, but I would like to see Xander get over the hump at Augusta. I like Xander. He finally won a major, but I don't know. He's got kind of the game. I think he's not super long, but he doesn't get in a bunch of trouble. He doesn't get a lot of bogeys. He's kind of a par guy. Um, I'll go Bryson and Xander, and then my sleeper is Justin Rose, and then maybe even somebody like like JJ Spawn, one of those kind of
He
fringe top.
won. He won today.
Did he? Did he end up winning?
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So he's obviously playing pretty good. I don't think someone like Justin Thomas has got it anymore. Um, but you never know. I mean, you never know with some of these guys.
I'd love
So
to see JT win it. Would love to see Justin Thomas win. Which the only PGA event I've ever gone to was the PGA Championship in Tulsa a few years ago, and he won that
yep,
in
yep,
extras, which was awesome.
yep,
So he'll always have a little place
yep.
in my
I wasn't there
fanhood.
on
Man.
Sunday, but I was there on Friday and Saturday for that. And
Nice, nice. Yeah. So we'll see. I have another favorite non-American. He's always been my favorite non-American, but is Jason Dye. And he's been
he,
playing a little better as of
yeah,
late.
he has. He
And
has.
so I would love to, if it's not going to be an American, I would love to see Jason Day do it. He's just another one of the great guys on the tour. Um, that would be fun to see win it. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's always fun. You just, again, you never want it to be somebody, like a no-name guy that, at least for the majors, I forget who was it at the PGA in Tulsa a few years ago. He had like a huge lead and then ended up hitting it in the creek on 18.
Mhm. Yeah.
The whole crowd was going nuts because they just didn't want, like,
They
you
didn't
just
want to
want it to be
win.
a name.
Yeah.
You have your favorites. I think most people watch golf, or like the golf fans watch it this way of, you have your favorites, like maybe your five favorite golfers, and you're really rooting for them on Thursday, Friday. And then, a few of them are not really in the mix, or maybe don't even make the cut. And so then you're like settling for other guys, you're um, like last year, there was people that weren't huge Bryson fans, but then when it was down to like him and Rory, a lot of people were like, all right, well, I'll take Bryson to win because I don't want Rory to win, or vice versa. They're like, I'd love to see Rory finish the Grand Slam or whatever. But
How about
yeah,
Mito Pereira?
okay,
That's the kid who hit it in the creek
okay,
at the
okay.
PGA
Yeah,
Championship.
I didn't even remember his name, but yeah,
Exactly.
when he hit it in the creek, crowd went nuts. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, because
Yeah.
everybody wanted either Justin Thomas or Zalatoris to win.
Zalatoris, yeah. Yeah. So,
So
yeah, it'll be exciting, man. It'll be fun. I can't wait for Thursday to get here and prop on my recliner and watch golf uh, all weekend. Last thing we're going to talk about, the Champions Dinner at Augusta. For those of you who don't know, the past year's winner gets to select the meal out of, I believe it's is it on Wednesday night or maybe it's on Tuesday? I don't remember.
I think it's Tuesday.
Tuesday night, yeah. So all the past winners get to have a meal in the honor of the past year's champion. So I'm actually gonna pull it up real quick, and we can break it down to see how we think Rory did here. Um, Served in honor of Mr. Rory McIlroy, we will be having peach and ricotta flatbread, bacon wrapped dates, rock shrimp tempura, grilled elk sliders, which sounds. Mm.
That sounds
And
great.
then the main dish will be a selection of yellowfin tuna. Can you say that word?
You're gonna want to pronounce that Carpaccio.
Carpaccio. Okay. And then obviously a wagyu filet or seared salmon. And then for dessert, we will be having the sticky toffee pudding. So, these guys, they always kind of tend to go with like their area, like where they're from. Um, whether it's Texas, they usually have big old cowboy ribeye or something, or um, you know, I don't remember what Hideki had when he won it, but I'm sure it was some kind of crazy Japanese stuff.
It was. It
Um,
was.
but anyways, what do you think of the menu here, and how do you grade Rory's menu?
Yeah. my friends give me a bad rap for being like super picky on what I eat, but I like to think I eat good. I think I'd be a huge fan of the grilled elk sliders, which I was a little surprised. I don't know how many elk are rolling in Northern
Northern
Ireland,
Ireland.
but
Yeah.
I was a little surprised to see that on the menu. But I would be happy with that. Um, I'm gonna pass on the yellowfin tuna. I'll always down for a Wagyu filet mignon.
Dang right.
And I don't know about the sticky toffee pudding. I don't know if that's like European type pudding or if that's like, what we would enjoy here, like a bread,
Like a
like a
bread
bread
pudding
pudding.
almost. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but if it's more that style, I could get down with that. But yeah, I don't need dates in my
Bacon
life.
wrap. They had to bacon wrap the dates to get people to eat
Yeah, I mean,
them.
I'll peel the bacon off the date and eat the bacon is what I
I
would do.
will, as a rule of thumb, I will pretty much try everything once. So I would definitely try all of it. I love peach is my favorite fruit. So whether it's peach jam, peach,
Big peach guy here. Yeah.
big peach guy. So I'll take the peach and ricotta flatbread with the hot honey. Sounds very good to me.
Okay,
Um,
I missed the hot honey, big hot
yeah, it's
honey
a
guy. Well,
very
so
very
yeah,
small print.
I'll do the peach flatbread.
I'm usually pretty knowledgeable in cuisines and
Hmm.
food.
Hmm.
The rock shrimp tempura. Um, I guess rock shrimp is just a type of shrimp. Um, is that just like a species of shrimp? Rock shrimp?
You know, not familiar. We in my culinary career, we weren't the shrimp that we were serving at Chili's. I don't think was rock shrimp. I don't. It just came
Well, I
in a
love
box.
shrimp. Shrimp's one of my
Yep.
favorites. Let's see, rock shrimp. Oh, okay. Rock shrimp tempura, a popular Japanese American fusion dish featuring
Okay.
small, sweet rock shrimp. So I was right about that.
Okay.
Dipped in a light tempura batter, deep fried, and tossed in a creamy, spicy mayo. So maybe almost like a bang bang shrimp. Like
Okay.
if
Oh,
you
then I'm here.
if
Here
you
for
haven't had bang bang shrimp at Marketplace, oh my gosh, the best bang bang
or
shrimp I've ever
or
had in my life.
better than bonefish.
Bonefish, no, yeah, so I haven't been to Bonefish in like 5 years, but Bonefish is yeah, they're 1A and 1B. Good call.
Okay.
1A and
I
1B
haven't
on the
I
Bang
haven't been to
Bang.
marketplace and
Dude,
I don't think so. I've even lived here.
really,
So
yeah, you need to hit up the
so
marketplace there in
I'll hit up
Springdale.
marketplace. I always forget about it, and I used to live 10 minutes from there. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all right. Well, what would keep this menu up so that we have
Yeah, yeah.
like the outline to go off of. But what are Kelby Drennan wins the
Oh,
2026 Masters? What are you
hey.
serving next year?
It's hard not to go with
You don't have to pick 4 appetizers and 3.
yeah,
Just give me,
yeah,
like
yeah,
give me 1 or 2
yeah,
apps, a
yeah.
main course, and then a dessert.
Um, for the main course, it would have to be some kind of beef, whether I would probably have the option between a Wagyu steak of some kind
Mhm.
and a, maybe a Texas-style beef brisket. Um,
Okay. I
big
I thought you were gonna go, chicken fried steak.
well, that's yeah, that would be quite the Masters, I'm not sure that would fit on the, menu, that would look a little off, but yeah,
Bubba did, like, chicken strips one year,
yeah, yeah, it's true. But yeah,
so
chicken
you're
fried steak's
fine.
one that's like my go-to. But for this meal where I'm having to wear the green jacket, I would hate to get like some white gravy on my jacket or something. So, um, some kind of steak, some kind of brisket. For appetizers, appetizers are tough, man. I would probably I'm pretty bland with my appetizers. I love some good old fried mozzarella. I love some good old uh queso of some kind. Maybe some kind of like nachos appetizer, like a nacho
Mhm.
skillet nachos for each person gets their
Mhm.
own skillet
Mhm.
nachos, maybe something
Mhm.
like that.
Mhm.
And then for dessert, I would go with Patty Drennan's famous banana pudding. And
Okay.
everybody who's had it knows, like, it's award winning in every book. And I would definitely go with probably Patty's banana pudding. So
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we're from the same we went to the same high school, so we were probably gonna have pretty similar things. But
you're
I
gonna have
was
some deer tenderloin, Jesse Billions down
hey
298. Give us a
hey
backstrap.
hey yeah, some bacon wrap, venison.
Right. Right.
Um, no, yeah. So I was being from Arkansas, I was gonna do some kind of cheese dip was invented in Hot Springs, Arkansas. I don't know
Hmm.
how many people
Yep.
know that,
Yep.
but so I was gonna go some kind of cheese dip, just to throw Arkansas out there. Um, I'd probably do some kind of little like little taco, like maybe like some street taco appetizers too. My mom's from Texas, so I have a lot of Arkansas, Texas influence in my upbringing. Um, but I'm with you. I was gonna go like a Texas style brisket, for sure, which I think Jordan Spieth did one
Yeah,
of
he
the years
did.
that he
Yeah,
won.
he did brisket.
Um, and so I would do some kind of brisket.
But let me be clear, if I was doing brisket, I would not let the chefs do the brisket from Augusta. I'm calling the boys down at Goldie's in Fort Worth, or I'm
Mhm.
calling Franklin
Yep.
from Franklin's Barbecue, Aaron Franklin,
Yep.
or I'm calling one of the Texas barbecue legends to come do the
Yep.
brisket. I'm not letting
Yeah.
these
Yeah.
guys in the white hats do my brisket.
Yeah. No. No. For sure. Um, I might even like go full Arkansas, do a little like some gourmet like catfish and hush puppies. Like
Yeah,
I can get down with that.
that's good. I like that actually. I like that.
Um, and then for dessert, man, if anybody knows my mother, I'm exhibit A like of her baking abilities. So it would be tough. She's got but she actually won. I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier in the pod, but she entered a Northwest Arkansas pie baking competition where like the bakeries and like restaurants entered this competition. My mother won first place. She has a trophy sitting on the mantle in their living room for her homemade cinnamon roll apple pie,
Mm, that
where the
sounds unbelievable.
the entire top layer of the pie is little homemade cinnamon roll,
Mm.
and then you have all the apple pie goodness in between all that. Um, so I'd probably go with Julie Drake's cinnamon roll apple pie for the dessert there, served with homemade vanilla bean ice cream.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm drawing a blank here, but I feel like some of the best things I've ever ate are appetizers at really nice restaurants, but
Hmm.
I've only had them once. So I can't
Right.
even think of,
And
like, what they are. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I've had a bunch of unbelievable steaks. Like,
Hmm.
I've been lucky enough to eat steak in Vegas and all around the country, Tampa, everywhere, Phoenix,
Hmm.
like some of the best steakhouses, and they're all really good. But like when you get a unique appetizer that you're like, oh, let's try that,
Hmm.
and then it's something you've only had once, and now like I just can't think of. Like I remember in Vegas, I had some filet mignon. They were filet mignon Philly cheesesteak egg rolls.
Okay.
One of the best things I've ever eaten. Like, but like, there's a bunch of weird things like that for appetizers that I just
Hmm.
can't. I can't throw them out off the top of my
Oh
head.
well, yeah, you made
Um,
me you made me think of you made me think of so my buddy, one of my best friends, and now next door neighbors, uh shout out Jihoon, but is born Korean born and moved to the States in high school to go to high school and then went to college anyway. But he made for one of our Super Bowl parties, made some bulgogi egg rolls.
mm, mm,
Fantastic. They were like bulgogi kind of Philly cheesesteak style egg rolls, and they
mm,
were so I would add that. And then I also love a good Like bacon jam, Brussels sprout
Okay, yeah,
that are
yeah,
done right.
yeah,
Um, there's a couple places here in North Arkansas that have really great ones. But yeah, that would be another thing to get some greens in there.
yeah,
I'll throw some of
yeah,
that
man.
on there. But
I think I think we'll just give us an hour each to come up. We didn't prep very well for this, but just
right,
give us an hour, and I think we could both come up with
uh,
some A
we'd have a
plus
we
champions
yeah
dinner menus.
for sure
So what what
for
what are we what are we drinking at Andrew Drake's champions dinner? Just a nice bottle of wine. We do some old fashions.
old fashioned all day.
Yeah, dude, I love the old fashioned.
That's my jam, dude. Let's do an Arkansas oak smoked old fashioned.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Dude,
that would be the
there's
title. That
nothing
would be the
like a
title.
smoked old fashioned. If you guys have never had a true smoked old fashioned where they smoke it, they do the smoke and they all oh, it's just it's an experience like you've never had in your life.
I'll tell you this. I'm not a chain guy. Like I don't promote a lot of chains, but for what we just talked about, go to Bonefish this week and get you some bang bang shrimp and a smoked old fashioned, and you'll thank us
There you
later.
go.
So,
There you go.
hey,
Do they
let's go do Thursday. Let's go
do
do Thursday Masters at Bonefish.
right? Right? Do they do it at your table at Bonefish or they just bring it to you?
Uh, well, they bring it with the cover on it, and
With the cover, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when they bring it to
Yeah.
the table, they
They
take the
take the
cover
cover
off.
off, yeah. Dude, at Barry's Prime in Vegas, you can pay up and they bring the cart right in front of you and they make the old
Hmm.
fashioned in front of you. And it's you like pick your whiskey, like they got like 5 options
Hmm.
and dude, it's an experience and the smoke and yeah, we're getting off. We'll have to have a podcast on our favorite alcoholic beverages for another day.
Well,
But
we just have a food
we
podcast.
we will 100% in the dog days of summer have a food podcast. We've
Yeah,
even toted the idea around of like reviewing a couple restaurants up here in Northwest Arkansas in the summer. So we will see if we end up doing that or not.
say
But
less. But we'll
yeah,
do.
but anyways, so all right, we have went extremely long. We really enjoyed talking about the Masters and food, and so um,
Yeah,
but we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Um, we'll be back on Friday with day one coverage results of the Masters and how everything's sitting, and any more transfer portal news and anything else going around the country. Um, hope everybody had a great Easter. Freaking shout out to the United States military going into Iran, saving the two dudes, the airmen who had to evacuate a shot down jet. The last one they just found today on Sunday. He was almost 48 hours, like running and evading Iranian ground militias, hiding in a crevice in a 7,000-foot elevation mountain. Like, we're just so badass. I mean, there's just no other country in the world who can do it. So,
yeah,
man, shout out to our troops, everybody who's over there, you know, representing the United States, fighting for our country. Glad both of those dudes made it out safe.
yeah,
And just dude, I just couldn't quit watching that, like keeping up with that. And so if you haven't looked into that or even know about that, you need to a quick Twitter or a Google search and the logistics that went in to find that guy 48 hours after that plane went down without him getting killed is unlike anything you've ever heard of in your life. So,
yeah.
um, anyways, shout out to those dudes. So,
For
anyways,
sure.
take us home, brother. And we hope everybody has a good week and we'll be back on Friday.
All right. Stay classy. Never yield. Happy Masters Week. Can't wait. And tune in next time to see if this is the first time we've ever sent humans to the moon.
Oh, I'm so excited. I've been keeping up with that too. We'll also talk about that next week. Woo pig.